Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Mr. Miracle issue number 6. Now, this is actually a really sad day, and I'm going to tell you why right now, because half of this story is already over. That's right, this amazing story, we're pretty much half done now. By the time you finish reading this comic book, there's only 6 more stories after this. That's terrible. That's terrible news. Okay, all that aside, freaking fantastic comic book. This is just one of those comic books I guarantee you're going to love. I just don't get pick it up from issue number 1 and just start reading. It's amazing. We get one more Darkseid is in this. And then we get to see something else. We get to see a little bit more about what Darkseid is means. We also get to see that Scott sees the face of God. Holy crap, this is wild. Now, this is actually going to get really interesting because the final page reveal is, that's right, there's a final page reveal in this, is one of those things where it's like, holy crap, and it completely changes the mood of all of the pages that came before it, because everything that came before it is freaking hysterical. It's literally just Barda and Scott walking through the maze, the dungeon, trying to get to Orion so they could kill him. And Barda's got something a little bit different in mind. She's like, talk to him first, and if not, then cut his head off. And she's got a few expletives in there also. So on the way there, though, they're having a conversation about, hey, this, that, the other thing. What about this? What about that? And she's talking about changing the house around. And it started with magazines on the counter in the kitchen. And suddenly it turned into, let's split the living room in half, remove everything that's in the closet over there, make the other half of the living room into a bedroom. We'll move in there, and we'll keep the other room, for like guests and things like that. Well, this kind of turns into, it's funny because they're having this conversation, and Scott's like, okay, we're talking about magazines on the counter. All of a sudden, we're cutting the living room in half? What's going on here? It's like, well, we had that one guest on the blow-up mattress, and then she got stabbed. Yeah, but that was a machine, and I put a sign on it. She's like, you put a sign on it? He says, well, I'm going to put a sign on it. This is the fun. And meanwhile, they're talking about this as they're going through and killing all these other new gods in there. The banter between these two guards is perfect. It might even be better than everything that these two are talking about. So if we're part of the fourth world, well then what was the third world? It's like, what? Do you even know how theology works, man? Of course I know how theology works. I'm a god. I am theology. Like that. You can't beat this dialogue. You can't beat this. And the reveal why Barda is planning on cutting the living room in half. And mind you, when push comes to shove, Scott is just going to have to deal with this. Look, this is coming from one married guy to another. Okay, poor Scott Free. When you get finished changing all of this stuff, don't worry about it, because in the end, you're just going to have to change it back because she's going to say, yeah, I don't like it. Can we put it back? This is not sexism. It's not misogyny. It's not anything like that. It's experience. That's what it is. So anyway, all that aside, the reason why she wants to change this stuff, I'm not going to reveal it to you. Nope. Read the comic book and just go, holy crap, because it's freaking awesome. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, I'm going to let this go. Oh, A+, shut up. It's an A+. Anyway, guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.